What's good, YouTube? The first thing on this market watch is, guess what? Axe Body Wash is only $2.50 for the travel size. That means for you going to your WCQ and Nationals, relatively almost any card in your trade binder should be getting you to this awesome item that will let you smell nice and fresh throughout the day. You might want to add in some deodorant on top of this to combo off and smell actually really nice all day, but for just $2.50, I expect you guys to be smelling decent during the entire day. For the real market watch, let's go ahead and get into it. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is 62 plus 3, $65. So it's actually starting to go down. Last time we covered it, it was 72. So this is about a 10% drop, but that's a relatively big margin for such a pricey card. What's causing this? It's a 3 of in a lot of meta decks. I think it's more so the fact that the only players sticking in to this point are going to be the ones that are super serious. Most everybody has their invite at this point, and the only people that are going to be going for cards like this are people who have tournaments that are worth reciprocating the value of having these, such as the WCQs, Nationals, or big case tournaments, which, since we're past the beginning of the set, there's not going to be a lot of case tournaments. People ask me what a case tournament is lately. A case tournament is where literally the price for the tournament is an entire case, 12 boxes split up among usually the top 8. And over here we have Ash Blossom being 65 as well. It's just super interesting to see it just tanking almost, like, not completely, but I think it's going to continue to the $60 point, and that's super interesting. I don't know how far it will continue to fall, but I think it's just that competitive season, but it's not going to get reprinted probably until the next following year's Mega 10. But we did see Ghost Ogre originally become a gold rare, so who knows? Who knows when that will be coming, but it's not anytime soon, probably. I hate all the probablys, don't you too? But that's what we do when we're figuring out the market. It's just, it's really odd to see such a high-use card falling. And if you guys think there's another reason, please let me know in the comments section down below. This card has stabilized again. It got rebought out, and then it kind of fell down. And it's so weird. It's just stabilized back at the $10 mark. Again, I think this is more of a forced feeling kind of buyout, as I'm going to show you guys with Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. Odd Eyes Persona Dragon had a very similar fate, but we see $10, $10.50, $10.50. Of course, it is way better with Skull Crobat Joker and Wisdom Eye at 3 and Pendulum Call at 3. It's worth it if you're playing the deck, but then Link format's going to come out real quick. So again, this is another card that seems like only if you have serious events and you plan on playing the specific archetype. Now, Odd Eyes Persona Dragon is at 40 low on eBay. I'm showing eBay first because the price tag's much more ridiculous, 53 over here. It was a low of 70 on TCG Player, and I want to show the, while it got bought out on TCG Player, let me pull up the media file. I should have already had it ready, but let me show you guys the low from before on eBay while it was 70 on TCG Player. People were like, John, cover this. John, you got to show this off. And to me, it was just hilarious. I don't know why it's not letting me maximize it. There we go. To me, it was just hilarious that it actually hit this kind of a mark as 70 on TCG Player again, while it was still 30 on eBay. And then I was like, I'm not going to cover this immediately. Let's see where this goes. Well, it got bought out from the 30 point on eBay to 40. But again, it just feels inflated. Let's see if there's any actual sales. You see all the Godzilla stuff I've been looking on the sidebar. Don't judge me. I love my kaijus. Let's see. Sold listings. Sold listings. Let's go over here. And we'll go to realistic. Somebody got one for 8. Nice. But that was a while ago. End date recent first. 33, 25, May 24th, so recently, May 23rd recently. People who realistically want to sell theirs are in this range. It looks like some went for the hype prices. But overall, it looks like if you want to sell yours, it's still going to be a $30 bill. Don't buy into the hype. Just wait, and you'll probably get yours for $30. Just keep refreshing your eBay tab throughout the day, and it's likely that's the price it will resettle at once again. Alright, fan list hype aside, there's always the one card in the room at Nationals that spikes really high that people didn't prepare for. And I think Unending Nightmare might be that card this year. You know, in previous years past, it was Mind Crush, where it just spikes in the room. I think Unending Nightmare, with the hype of the Pendulum Magicians, will be that card in the room that people are like, oh yeah, this just shuts down the matchup alongside Anti-Spell. Anti-Spell, of course, is the better card overall, not even allowing Pendulum Scales to activate. But I think this is a pretty good addition and actually gets some use against other matchups. You can hit Tenki, you can hit field spells. It definitely is a better card than people give it credit for. And there's been a lot of people talking about it, that it's going to go up. I don't know how far it would go up, but I think in the room of Nationals during that weekend, this is going to be one of the hype cards. And we see it at 12, 13, 13. It is up from its original sale point from sneak peeks. I just don't know how far it can or will go up or down. I think it will be going up before it goes down, though. I think there will be hype behind it against the Pendulum decks, and there's so much hype already into the Pendulum decks price-wise that the counters will start to naturally go up as well. So I would make sure to have your anti-spells in this for the room and Nationals in case you decide to play it. It's going to get very hyped, I think, last minute. So maybe it's something to take to Nationals to trade as well, to get things like Minervas that are also going to be hype in the room from Battle of Legend. Zoo is at an interesting impasse once again. It's gone slowly back down in some places. We see Barrage was back up to 50, now it's a $40 bill. I think this is going to be one of the best decks still, despite the hits after June 12th. I think it's a very, very good deck. I would still be willing to trade for it to play at some of the bigger events like the WCQ and Nationals. And of course, the bottomed out prices, just so easy to pick up Whiptails or App Peers, any of the ultra rares. Chalkanine is falling again slowly from 4 to 3. It'll go from 3 to 2 and then join its ultra rare brethren. Just because it's newer and not going to get reprinted in these Megatins, it'll keep going down before it goes up, in my opinion. And I think Zodiacs will die before it has a chance to actually surge in price. A lot of people have been asking me to cover Sea Monster of Theseus. Oh, Norden's going to be gone. Instant Fusion needs something. Sea Monster of Theseus is the next one. You're not wrong that Sea Monster of Theseus will probably be the main card featured by Instant Fusion. I don't know that it will go up for a while, though. It has to really impact the meta or get hyped in realistic combos. I showed a combo with it a bit ago, but it's not realistic because it eats like 12 cards out of your extra deck and doesn't let you resource them back. I think Sea Monster of Theseus will eventually get busted in. It's a question of how and when and how soon versus a potential reprint for him. It's not a bad pickup. I would trade for it at 5 probably all day. I wouldn't be spending money on it, though. I would just be trying to trade for them and maybe get a couple play sets. Most people only play 1 to 2 if they're playing it, usually 1. So again, it was the most printed secret rare in that set, if you recall, from the pack ratios on everybody's packs that I saw. And it was very hyped by Konami as well. I just personally think it's but it's not the worst pickup to trade for about a page of them. $45 investment in trades, not cash. I would not buy this. And we see it has a similar price on eBay as well. And what's my final tab? Oh, I was looking at the general prices of Raging Tempest. It just seems like the money cards have been almost completely deflated out of Raging Tempest. Grass being, hit hard, Trident falling. Foolish Burial Goods is an interesting card that I always think will eventually get busted open. It's a card I would keep my eye on. Again, it's just how soon could it be good versus when it'll get its reprint in something like a Megatin. So, thanks for watching this Market Watch, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it overall. I think Ash Blossom going down is kind of weird. I think the Magician stuff being hyped and Persona Dragon being another card of it is interesting. I don't think it will be that impactful at the Nationals kind of scene, slash WCQ scene, with the set being released so soon before and it not being a structure deck. If it was a structure deck, I think it would highly impact it. I think a lot of people will be taking it and busting it open, but I think it will be less. But I still think that Unending Nightmare is a card that will get hyped in that room specifically, not necessarily on the widespread market. Thanks for watching. Again, I actually want to talk about something real quick. YouTube has been slowed down a little, you guys might notice. I've been posting a little less, even though I've been posting daily still. I think I'm going to change my regiment to where, no matter what, before I post a video in the day, I'm going to work out, unless it's a quick news video with no editing. If it's a quick, like, 2-minute news video with no editing, and then I go work out. Either way, my day's going to start with a workout, no matter what, every single day from now on. I'd been skipping weights and only doing cardio, and I could feel it in my body. And I think I've got to prioritize that, and I'm also going to prioritize probably working a bit more on picking bulk and doing that kind of stuff rather than YouTube. So I'm probably going to be slower on some news, but I'll still try to post it within the same day. I might be streaming a little less because of it too. It's just the focus of YouTube's ad revenue being worse. I've got to do something to live, boys. So, thanks for watching, and as always, if you do enjoy these, give it a thumbs up, and talk in the comment section down below.